Hey everyone, welcome to our next stream. This time we'll talk about ASO, App Store Search Optimization, and I'm thrilled to be joined today with our expert Elizabeth Komarova from Asodesk. She'll guide you today. She'll prepare a checklist for your app. So if you ever come up with the idea to make ASO, make some improvements for your app placing in search, today you'll learn everything you need to know. So let me just quickly present you with our speaker. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So,
Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So I think you should start. Thank you.
Okay, great. So hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. Let me introduce a little bit myself. So I'm customer success lead at Asodesk, and right now I'm working with ASO for 4 years. And I think I've got a lot of valuable experience from our clients, and I would like to share it with you today. So you can definitely create ASO and be sure that it works as it needs. So let's start. I would like to start actually with the simple question, what is ASO? Because sometimes users and our clients, or maybe bosses, they think that ASO is a little bit different process, but actually it's an ongoing process of improving the visibility of mobile applications in app stores, both App Store and Google Play, as well as optimizing the conversion from impressions or page views in search into downloads for all traffic sources, of course. And here I would like to divide because it's like two steps. First one, you need to attract users to your application. It's the first step of ASO App Store optimization. And the second one is to create the screenshot, the product page, the icon, the reviews, everything, so they download your application. First you attract, after they download. And one more point here, this idea is that ASO is not SEO. You don't need to mix them because I would say that it's almost totally different, because when we are working with ASO, we work with the search bar in mobile markets. And users, when they would like to download alarm clock, for example, they will just put alarm clock and that's all. When they're using search bar like Google something, they can put alarm clock, which will definitely wake up me in the morning, something like that. In App Store or Google Play or App Gallery, it's not working like that. It's simple search phrases. Sometimes we have a long tail phrases, but you need to search for them. And usually it's simple, just simple phrases. Don't forget it. And today we will be focused on the steps of ASO. Actually, it's like one by one, you can follow them and you will create, I think, that perfect ASO. I hope so. Don't want to name all of them right now. I want to go directly to the first one. And the main here is that you need to find out, do you really need working with ASO or not? With App Store optimization, because first, it's not like just App Store optimization, it's in whole App Store search source. We have 4 sources of traffic, and one of them is App Store search or Google Play Store search. That's why you need to understand, do you need this or not? First one is that you need to make a research before start working with ASO in your niche. Like, for example, if you have any specific application, maybe it's AR or VR museum, which I don't think that you can find a lot of generic search phrases with the traffic, with a lot of traffic coming daily, because it's quite specific. AR VR sphere is not developed a lot in the mobile applications. So definitely when you, for example, put in the search bar AR or VR keywords, you will find a lot of games, and games, they are the most popular applications, so you can't beat with them. And if you put like museum keyword, you will find maybe interesting museums, maybe there schemes, maps, and so something like that, but not AR or VR museum. The same here is about social media, for example. I don't think that anyone will find or will search for social media, putting in the search bar social media or social networking. For example, if my friends are using TikTok, I will put just TikTok in the search bar. I wouldn't put like social media and scroll and try to find anything interesting. And the next one, it's also connected to the TikTok. It's quite simple to explain using this example that you need to analyze branded and non-branded traffic. Of course, if your budget is not limited, you have like all the money, you can spend them on market, of course, do ASO, no problem. But if your budget is quite tight, you can analyze the non-branded traffic and branded traffic. What do I mean here? Let's check the screenshot. TikTok and TikTok merged spelling have almost 80,000 of impressions per day. It means that in Asodesk, you can check the popularity of the keyword, and it means that 80,000 of users, they are searching for TikTok in USA market. Right now, we're talking about USA per day. It's a lot of installs and impressions for one application. And if we will otherwise look at the general search phrases like video editor, social media, social networking, we will gather maybe at least like 15,000. That's all. So you can compare the branded traffic is several times up more and than general non-branded traffic. So maybe if you are working with a brand who just released a new application in the store, maybe it's not really necessary at first to do it. So maybe branded traffic is enough for you. So just like that, 2 steps before you will start doing ASO. It's not just like 1, 2 steps. Let's check market and competitor research. It's the second step before you will start doing ASO and create your semantic core. It's market and competitors research. What I would like to tell you here. So first, you need to conduct App Store and Google Play research or App Gallery research. Why? Because, for example, if we are talking about different search phrases, you need to first understand that you have them, they're generic, they have traffic, and so on. Next step is that you search for the top charts, analyze them. Maybe using top charts, you can also find competitors for your application and after analyze also them. Or maybe you can understand in your sphere, like, for example, let's talk about maybe books. How many times in books top charts, the first positions are changing, the top 5 is changing, or maybe there are 3 apps who are there forever in 1 to 3 position, and you think that maybe I can't be in top 1. And also you need to understand, do App Store or Google Play or App Gallery promote applications like yours in editorials, in App of the Day, in different other apps promotions in their stores is the first step. You need to understand it. So after, you will create more thorough strategy. And I didn't say it in the beginning, but I want, so I will tell it right now. ASO, it's all about strategy. It's all about your planning. Like, you need to plan everything. You need to have a lot of interesting researches before you start to do anything. Another one, it can be actually, it's not like 1 to 3 step. You can discover your competitors and there is a strategies at first. Let me tell you about this. So you definitely need to find competitors. Maybe if your app is so unique and you are sure that there is nothing like your application in the store, it's great. But anyway, try to find at least relevant, at least a little bit similar applications to yours, so you can understand their strategy, what they've done. Like, for example, there are different interesting instruments. In Asodesk, we have a ASO comparative report, which can help you to analyze the lifetime period of any application. For example, here, daily horoscope, what they've done with their metadata in new version. So the number of positions in their visibility, they've lost like almost 300 of keywords. So what they've done, why they have this situation right now. Or maybe you have another situation when the application changed in the metadata and the number of keywords in top 10 positions increased a lot. So you can analyze everything. You also need to analyze what they are doing in the promo text, how they attract users, what they are doing in description, what are the first syllables they are using, what is the size. Like, for example, if you are talking about, I don't know, let's talk about maybe organizer. What is the size of organizers? Which applications are in top 10 results, and so on. So you need to be focused what they've done, maybe changes with the icons. Do they do like New Year icons or anything like that? So you need to research and to understand what they are doing, because actually I can say that, of course, you can be so unique and you can create your own strategy. It will be totally different to all others, but actually everything was discovered before us. So you can just check it and maybe try to do a little bit better, so we will have more interesting and great results, just like that. And the last one, we are right now in 2022, and I would say that it's almost impossible to get your application to the top positions by any keywords without additional traffic from other sources. Like you can do a great research, you can collect a great semantic core, you can put all the keywords in title, subtitle, short description in the right way. But anyway, when you release your application and the store index you, you can see like keywords are in top 10, for example, or in top 20. It's not okay. You wouldn't get installs. Then we are saying right now that the visibility in the store, it's like top 10, even top 5 sometimes, because the App Store and Google Play also, they have a lot of like editorials, like a lot of, you need to check it, you need to check that. So the user's attention, it's divided not only in the search bar, and that's all, in different spheres. So that's why you need to drive traffic from another sources. Like when you understand, okay, we don't have like a big budget, it's a little bit small and limited. So we will definitely try to attract organic users from the organic search, because it's of course the cheapest way. You need to work with ASO. Okay, I told you before, like why you maybe don't need ASO and why do you actually need it? Because it's the cheapest, definitely the cheapest way to attract. You just need to be on the top by any keyword, and that's all. The users will download it. For example, in others, you always have to pay for impression, you always have to pay for tabs and so on. But here with the ASO, you just have to be on the top 3, top 2 positions in the store by keyword. So that's why when you've done the first iteration, the first ASO, and your app is released in the store, it's really rarely when you will be in top 1, in top 2 by any keyword. But if you will add a little bit of additional traffic from maybe Facebook, from maybe YouTube, any influencers and so on, or maybe you have advertisement in other applications, if it's a game or something like that, you add a little bit of this traffic, the store see that your application has installs and promote it a little bit higher. And from high positions like top 5, you can get free downloads and stay in top like forever. That's all. And right now, let's go to semantic core creation. So all of that, it was like first steps before start creating and gathering semantic core, collecting it. I will definitely advise first, when you understand that your application has a lot of interesting and popular, of course, you need to check how popular are they, popular keywords in the store, and you are sure you need to start creating ASO. So semantic core, brainstorm search queries, like sit silently, try to understand by which keywords you will download your application, write them, ask your colleagues, ask your friends, ask strangers, I don't know, do like a little bit of research on which keywords users will download an application. You just needed to understand the market a little bit. And after, you can check what actually are in the search results by these keywords. Like one more simple example here. For example, if you are selling air tickets, plane or aircraft, it's like the most popular keyword, or everyone thinks that it's the most popular keywords to use. But actually, if you put the keyword plane in search bar, you will find only different games connected to planes. That's why it's not necessary to use this keyword if you want to sell air tickets. That's why you will need to check it and understand how the market is working. And of course, after it, you will also find suggestions for these keywords, the suggestions from the store, so you can put them to a metadata. And after it, you will definitely need, but it's like also maybe first step, to find a tool that you like. Right now, it's it's actually impossible to create the semantic core without a tool. Tools, there are a lot of in the market. They help you to find more keywords, to understand their popularity. Like in Asodesk, we have 16 million of keywords. It's a lot. It's impossible to collect the same number manually. Just putting keywords, collecting suggestions, and so on. We also have like very important metrics like impressions. You can understand how many impressions this keyword gets per day in each country. You can understand the difficulty of this keyword, how exactly your application would be difficult to get to top one by this keyword. You can understand how many even installs the application is getting from this keyword, or maybe how many applications your competitors, how many downloads your competitors who is in top one is getting from this keyword. So we can understand, will you need this keyword or not? You can also understand the number of competitors at whole in the store, how many applications exist in the store by this keyword. So to do it like yourself, it's impossible. The tools provide you with this data, please use it. And after it, prepare a semantic core of at least 500 relevant queries. I can't tell you that these numbers, 500 and 2000, they are like gold middle, but actually, if it's not your theme, your application is not very specific, it's not very narrow, niche, at least 500. When your app is in the store, like maybe for 1 year, it has a lot of generic search phrases, general search phrases, and so on. 2,000, 3,000, even 4,000 is enough, because you can choose. When you have such a big amount of search phrases and keywords, you can choose which you want to use. You can create iterations, you can create hypotheses, and so on. I will tell about this a little bit later. So, semantic core, you've created. Okay, great, amazing. After it, metadata. About metadata, I wouldn't like tell you all of it. I wouldn't read just all of it. I just here, you will have presentations after the webinar. You can check them, definitely. This is all yours. App ranking factors. What is important when you put your application in the store? So first, and it's actually first and the most important, is app title. The main advice here, not if your application is not doesn't have a brand, like strong brand which is popular and everybody knows it. Don't use your brand name in title. Maybe move it to the icon, maybe move it to subtitle, or maybe even use it in description, because app title, both in Google Play and App Store, has more weight than anything. And for example, if maybe you remember in the screenshots, we've got astrology, horoscope applications. So if you put astrology and horoscope in app title, you will get the highest positions, in the most possible, the highest possible positions by this keyword. Maybe if you put them in subtitle, the ranking, not maybe, the ranking if you put them in subtitle will be lower. So title, has more weight, use it. Localized product page. Definitely. If we were talking like maybe 5 years before, I would tell you that, okay, you can just use English, that's okay, everyone will download your application, but right now, not. Everyone localized the product page, the text, the screenshot, the icon, even use like special local interest in science and so on to just localize your application and product page of your application on the local language of the country you are start working with. Ratings also so important. It's also important if, for example, you have the same application. Now you have like competitor, almost the same application, not a big difference, and you have maybe the same in-app title, maybe the same number of downloads, but if your rating is just 0.1 higher, you will get higher rating in a higher position in the search results. That's all. Ratings are important. For Google Play, definitely even more important as for App Store, because in Google Play, they have filter to show applications only with 4 stars or 4.5 stars. So remember about your rating. Also, subtitle and short description in Google Play, user reviews, more reviews you've got, more and higher positions you will have. Installs volume, definitely. Keywords field and description, keywords field for App Store, Google Play description. Don't forget that in App Store, description is not indexed. It doesn't influence on anything except conversion. Icons, screenshots, install per keyword. Install per keyword, I would actually don't say that it's 10th position. Of course not. It's according to the keyword, it's the first position. So for example, if, I don't know, Facebook, they will do something that everyone will download Facebook from the keyword video, like everyone put in video in the search bar, scroll till Facebook, download, and like 1 million people will download it. They will be the first on the keyword video, because install per keyword is the most important for this keyword, for this particular keyword. Just don't forget it. And how to do actually what you should have in your metadata. In App Store and Google Play, app title is 30 symbols, they are indexed. Subtitle in App Store, 30 symbols indexed. In Google Play, we don't have subtitle, we have short description. In App Store, we don't have short description. And in Google Play, it's indexed. Description, 4,000 syllables indexed. No, not indexed in App Store, and in Google Play indexed, the same. Keywords and promotional text, keywords indexed in App Store and promotional text doesn't index. It is shown only for new users, the users who are already using your application, they've got what's new sector, and in Google Play, we don't have such fields. And so we are done. We've done our ASO, we've created metadata, we created the semantic core. What is next? It will be two steps, measuring and next one, following ASO strategy. I would actually combine them and tell all together about them. Why? Because when you measure, you need to have a strategy, like you need to measure something before you finished all your work. Like if you just doing your first ASO iteration, so it's a new application or maybe not new, it just, it's not new, you need to analyze anything before done. So if it's a new application, you just create the semantic core, you put your metadata in the store, and that's all. You check the results in 2 weeks for the App Store and maybe in a month for Google Play, because Google Play is a little bit longer for get the finished result. So you see the number of keywords you've got, you see the positions by this keyword, and you also need to check the number of impressions and installs, because sometimes the keyword, it may be popular and you may be on the second position, but I don't know why the first position of this keyword is getting all the installs and all the impressions. So maybe the number of impressions increased, but the number of installs not. So you need to be focused on another keyword. So just like that, you measure everything. Of course, here it's very simple to use any tool. Like one more time in Asodesk, we have comparative report where you can put a 1 month before iteration, 1 month after iteration, and see what you've got, what number of keywords you've got, what new keywords, what movements you've got by these keywords, what the number of impressions you've got from these keywords, and so on. A lot of useful information. And how many keywords have reached the top. Definitely, it's this one, how many keywords reach the top and how many installs you gain. I would say that it's not for the first iteration. It's maybe for second or for the app that is already on the market, like maybe for a couple of months or more. So you can have any like idea. So I'm doing my semantic core, I'm doing my new metadata because I want this particular 10 keywords be at the top, maybe a top 5. And after you've got the result, you've got the answer from the store on which positions you will be, you can understand, did you manage to get the result you want or not? And of course, installs. One more time, you can have impressions by keywords, it can be increased, but the number of installs, downloads can be the same. If it's working like that, you need to change your keywords because sometimes we don't know why users just don't download our application from this keyword. Choose another one. There are a lot of keywords, just you need to find yours. Following ASO strategy. So it's actually like you've done the first one, the first iteration. After it, you need to have the strategy. Why? Because you need to create hypotheses so you can understand what to do next. And I would advise you to have at least strategy for half a year, because, for example, ASO is not like fast. It's not like 2 days and you can do another iteration. No, it's like per month you have 1 iteration. So it's like maybe 5 iterations for half a year to get the results you want. I can give you a little bit of examples of hypotheses. One, for example, you've done the first iteration and right now you see the result, you do the second. You see that maybe the keyword astrology is definitely your keyword. It has a lot of impressions. You are maybe in top 10 by this keyword and you want to be in top 2 or maybe top 3. Let's make it like that. So you just write it. I want astrology top 3. What I will do, I will put it from subtitle to title, and maybe I will even put it first. Like in title, we have like 1, 2, 3 keywords, and astrology will be my first keyword. Then maybe today for you, just like that. Maybe something like this. It's the first hypothesis, so that you are that your plan is to be in top 3 by this keyword. Maybe you've done it and you see it's not working. You are at least still in top 5. Okay, then I'll put astrology on my first screenshot. So everyone who see my application in the search result, they see exactly the astrology everywhere. So if they're searching for astrology, they will download my applications. You can also here analyze the applications which are higher and lower than yours. Their rating. Maybe you see that, okay, my second hypothesis will be we need to get a little bit higher ranking, so the ranking will be higher than our competitors. So the users will choose our application, not there. Just like that. And iterations. Iterations, it's actually also about this. You just need to have a plan about iterations. How many of them you do, just like that. That's all. And let's go to the monitoring. So when you've done it, maybe you are working with ASO for a year already, and you've done a lot of iterations. You like everything. You have a lot of interesting keywords in top. You have a lot of impressions, downloads. Everything is working perfectly. Anyway, you have to monitor everything. Like here, for example, it's a simple screenshot from our platform where you can just analyze and check everything each day, or even you can have a report each month, each week, just to understand that everything is going perfectly. Because here, for example, you can see iPhone rank, and here it's Nebula application, and here is many application about horoscope also. And maybe, not Nebula, let's go to astrology compatibility. Let's talk about this keyword. Our application is in top 1, and we want to be in top 1 for this keyword. And we know that there are a little bit of new apps in the market, and maybe they want to be also in top 1 for our keyword we like. So we can put them here and see their ranking, how they're changing, what they're doing. So just to understand that everything is working as we want. So just like that, you need to monitor the situation, because even sometimes the daily impressions as a search ad's popularity, they are changing a little bit. So today, astrology compatibility has 100 of impressions. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know, any YouTube blogger will tell that you need to analyze everything using astrology, and it will increase to 10 times, and it will be 1000. So you will check it, you will understand that maybe you need to put compatibility in your keywords, or maybe even in your subtitle. So ASO is an ongoing process. The thing that I've told you from our first minute. And yeah, it's all about monitoring your situation. Don't forget about your ASO and about your search organic traffic. And here is the checklist. Really simple. Just do first 2 steps. Determine if your app needs ASO and do the market research. You understand that, yes, it's my story. I will work with it. I will spend money on it, because anyway, if we're talking about budget, you will need a little bit money for any tool which helps you to do all of this work. It's actually all the tools, they help you to save your time. Time is the most valuable what we've got. That's why just don't be scared of them. They are cool. Use them. Market research. Do the market research. Understand, maybe you can be featured, or maybe you can be promoted by Apple also, so you will use it. Then create the semantic core, create metadata, and analyze it. And before actually semantic core creation, creating metadata, I will advise you to put here ASO strategy. It's in the end, but I will do it after market research. So my ASO strategy for at least 4 iterations. What I will do in 4 iterations, what is my plan? So you can analyze and evaluate what is going on with your application after you've released it in the store. And ASO strategy, also after it, maybe you do a little changes in it. And tracking statistics. Track everything, analyze everything, monitor everything, and you will get the best results you can. And yeah, useful information. I would like to tell you that all of this I was telling you about tools right now until 26th of June. If you come to me and tell that you were on my webinar, I will get this birthday sale a little bit longer for you. So you can check our instruments. You can subscribe to our platform. We have 20% off monthly plans and 35% off annual plans. It's really cool. We do it only 1 time a year in June on our birthday. That's why. Come to us, talk with me. Will help you with the platform. I will help you with all the instruments, and I will get you the best plan. You can try all these features we've got in our platform for free, just like that. All the tools. It's Asodesk trial, and you will find via intercom. You can connect with me. You will have it this presentation by email, so you can later check it. Useful information. We actually not only the platform, we also have academy and agency. So we are really tied to ASO. We have a lot of specialists. We always do different researches, how to work with App Store and Google Play, what to do with your reviews, how to make make the ranking higher, and so on. You can find them in our blog. And Slack community. Join our Slack community. We discuss everything. You can ask us questions. You can maybe ask us, and we can help you to create your own strategy for promoting your application in the store. Just come to us, talk to us, and that's all. YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, all the webinars, detailed video tutorials, everything is Asodesk, YouTube. Very simple. And actually, that's all. Nikita. I'm asking for you, and let's be on checklist, so you can ask me questions.
Thanks a lot for this presentation. I think it was really useful for everyone who's looking to it. If you're looking in the recording, way to go. So thank you for bringing a checklist back. So I will ask by points. The first point is to determine if your app even needs ASO. But how do I do it? Doesn't every app needs ASO? If someone's searching for something related to my app, I want my app to be in the first position, right? What is an example of the app that doesn't need ASO?
For example, all popular brands, I can come back to the slide if you want, talking about, like TikTok, you see, they have a lot of impressions by brand, so they don't need. Maybe if they want, but they usually not, like Facebook, Instagram, all these brands, they usually don't need ASO because they have a lot of installs by their brand name. The same, if you I don't know, you're making any fitness app of any guru, you can use just its name and that's all. You will have a lot of installs. And also, like the example, actually, we've got this example with AR and VR museum. We just didn't find the keywords on which app can be found. If your app is really specific to any maybe professional, or maybe if it's network or something like that, you wouldn't find. Actually, it's really simple. You just put in any, I don't know, search bar on the App Store or Google Play or in any tool, just the keywords of your application, like VR museum. If you see the result of applications, you check them and you check on which keywords they can be found in the store. If this keyword have impressions, they are popular, okay, you will have general queries for your application. You will have traffic for your application. But if not, if daily impressions are 10, 5, 0, your application doesn't need it. That's
okay.
all.
Okay. So if I have something very specific, like people
Yes,
are exactly searching for it, then maybe I don't need ASO. Yeah, makes sense. And also have a question okay, I'm working on my metadata, I'm working on my keywords, and I want to rank higher. How can I do it? What kind of sources of traffic can there be? You can probably buy some bots and stuff, motivated traffic, right? But are there any legal ways to
yeah, of course,
to bring people
the first
to download?
legal yeah, I understand your question, thank you. The first legal way is to put these keywords as high as you can. Like if you have these keywords in subtitle, put them in title. If they are in title, but they are on the third position, put them at first position. Even the first word, the first keyword in your title has more weight than anything more. Put it on the icon, maybe on this first screenshot, so users will see it. If you are working with Google Play, you can also put this keyword to the answers you give to your on your reviews. Or maybe ask your colleagues to write the reviews with this keyword. It's also working. For the App Store, also, it's not about ranking higher on this keyword, but it's a little bit more about research. If we are talking about Apple search ads, right now, it's the only way to see the most accurate conversion rate. Like if you run Apple search ads, you have 5 keywords and you run Apple search ads on all these 5 keywords and you see the conversion from each keyword, maybe you will see that on one of them you have conversion to 60%. So you can put this keyword higher than all others and you will get downloads. The main idea here is, of course, that that the illegal way is the most simple because in App Store and in Google Play, everything about ranking by keyword is by downloads from this keyword. So actually, you can do a lot of things with your keywords. You can make interesting planning and so on. But if anyone from your competitors will run incentivized traffic, motivated traffic installs, they will be in top 1. Maybe for a couple of weeks, because sometimes right now we see that the stores, they pessimize such applications in the search results. So maybe it's not for a long time. But anyway, if you want to go legal way, it's long. but it's possible. If you are like okay with incentivized and motivated installs, you can also do it, and you will be like in a day on the top one.
So I see Apple Search Ads doesn't help directly. Like
No.
if you buy
Apple Search-
ads for keyword, it won't get placed higher, right? But
No.
but it can help like indirectly.
But it help
You
understand
learn
conversion.
yeah, you learn more information and make more data-driven decisions about your keywords.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
makes sense. It's really interesting. And I never knew about that Google Play is indexing the reviews. It's
Yes,
also
they are doing. We've got like a really interesting case when our clients, they've got a game and they've decided to put a PvP mode there. But and they've done a release and write in what's new sector that guys, we've got PvP right now, you can battle with your friends, so on and so forth. And they've got like thousands of reviews, negative reviews, that you don't have PvP, why you're lying to us, and so on. But anyway, they've got so many reviews that they've become the top one according to the keyword PvP. Like in a week, they've done a new release with PvP mode. So they've got the first position on PvP. They've got reviews changed from 1 star to 5 star because they finally added it. So it was like amazing profit and amazing strategy. So
That's
it was
funny.
really great. Mhm.
That's funny. Yeah. So nice. And how about in-app events, like in the App Store, these banners? Does this help? Like, is it indexed?
Of course, especially if your application has a lot of installs already, it will definitely help you to promote even more. I can't say that it's quite new, but anyway, as I'm seeing as agency, we are usually working with not like a very big guys like unicorns who have millions of downloads, billions of downloads. We're usually working with apps who like maybe have 1,000, 10,000 of installs. And when we are research for in-app events, we see that usually App Store promotes popular applications. So if you have like in-app events, they promote usually popular applications. But anyway, it's one of the interesting and unusual like ways to promote your application, because you can do it in the App Store, just simple as you publish an application, you publish in-app event. You need to describe it. Actually, you can Google, they have like, even in developer Apple, I think they have like the checklist how to do it, what you need to put in your name, in description, what should be the screenshots of them in-app event, and what actually it should contain, because sometimes it's like it should be like maybe challenge, maybe competition, maybe any live event, or maybe measure update, something like that. Not just like you can track your calories and it's not like an app event, something specific about your application. And Apple will index this in-app event page and maybe give you the position in the search bar, in the search results. But actually, it's happening with the small application, or maybe if it's a new app which Apple is promoting also. There you can be in editorials, you can be in app of the day, even real life, like it's like live event. You can be in app of the day or something like that. So you definitely need to use it, because maybe Apple will like it. And you will have not only the position in the search result, but also in the browse traffic. It's app of the day, all of it, like discover when you go, just like that.
Yeah, sounds awesome. And I have a last question. I've seen this done a lot, like app developers registering a new locale in the App Store, in App Store Connect, and fill it with the same language. So, for example, they're opening a new locale like Mexican, but filling it the same American words and hoping that in USA, for example, they will be placed higher. Like, is it a viable strategy? Is it like, does it help? And if so, where to learn about this, specific locale for each country or so?
Yes, it's like additional localization. Yes, even App Store is like officially, they've got one more time in developer Apple.com, a really useful site, use it. They've got a number of App Store localization, additional App Store localizations, something like that. And you can find that each country has additional, almost each country has additional localization. And for USA, it will be Mexico, and maybe like year ago or a little bit more, they've added, not just like it was officially, but we see that Apple index also Arabic and Chinese localization for USA market. So what usually we do, like if your aim is just USA market, I don't know, you're working with any bank or you're working with taxi only in USA or anything like that. So you need to be specified, centralized only on this market. You can fulfill Mexico only with English words, or maybe you will, like you do the research in USA market of the keywords, maybe you'll find Spanish words, but they are popular not in Mexico, they are popular in USA market. And you put them in Mexico, you will be indexed. The same in Arabic and Chinese. You can also put English words there if you're not interested in that regions. And yeah, you can see if you will check like any application right now, using, for example, organic report or something like that, on how many keywords the app is indexed by the store and how many keywords anyone can find an application, you will see a lot of Arabic, Chinese keywords there in USA market, just because it's working like that. And yes, of course, you need to use it. And in Google Play also, they don't have like the same as in App Store, but they have different English languages. And it's also like our experience from doing ASO really often, that if you feel with different texts and with different descriptions for different English, you will, for example, in UK, you will be indexed by all of them. Like you have Australia, USA, UK, and one more. And in Google Play, if you put different description in all these English UK, English Australia, English USA, in one localization, like English UK, you will be indexed by all of them, and users can find you, just like that. So yeah, it's a useful life hack, so use it definitely.
Yeah, great. I hope everyone who's listening today learned something new. You can always join a community about all this stuff. And thanks again, Elizabeth, for this talk. I think it was really useful and interesting. Thank you.
For me, thank you. Thanks everyone for watching.
And just a quick word to the end. I also encourage you to join our community about monetization. A lot of communities today, I know, but anyways, you can talk about how to monetize your app, how to grow your app, and we have some events regularly. I speak about paywalls and all this stuff. So yeah, just click this link, like it should be on your screen right now. And thank you for joining us today. Goodbye.